Namaskar. We'll start second session of today's lecture. In last section, we discussed, we started third model, that is selection of material. We discussed material selection and acquisition, how it is important from designer point of view, from management point of view. Also, we discussed different stock types. Then stock specifications, four types of specifications, that is composition, shape, size and conditions. And what are different compositions are available. As per composition, the cost is varying, the material properties are varying. Also we discuss different shapes of material, standard shapes of material, then size of material, and then conditions of material. We discussed in last lecture. Also we seen some examples. Along with this, we discussed the cost pattern, cost per unit dimensions or amount of material required, scrap created, cutting cost, different cost patterns. So cost is very important thing while considering or while selecting any material. So now in this session we will discuss acquisition logistics. So while the acquisition of a particular piece of material may seem as simple as the purchase of an item of fast food, so there are certain considerations that need to be addressed. So acquisition means what? So payment for material, for in-house material, can only be made from an approved account for which appropriate authorization is made. Okay, once you payment is made, you can acquire the material. Okay, if a cutting of operation is required, a material may need to be moved to the appropriate machineries, that is saws, torches, shears, so for cutting purpose. Then it should be properly measured, the cutting operation set up and then executed. So this process is required. Simply if you want to purchase material, it is easy, you just pay amount to the logistic person and supplier person, and if material is available you can get it. But if cutting of operation is required, some additional things are required. So this may be very simple operation, as in case of material specified. For example, in book, in case of some example, so it is not much easy, it may be problematic, So if full plate is there, you can easily purchase. If only partial plate is required, then you have to cut that material into your required size. The cutting cost is very, then cutter is required, the proper dimensioning is required, the measurement is required. Okay, so in such case it is somewhat difficult. So estimate the weight of both a full plate and required piece plate. So if piece is required, a piece plate weight, as well as you add the cutting cost and some additional overcharges and transport charges and number of time transport charges, then you can compare with full plate purchase or partial plate purchase. According to you can acquire this material. So this is about logistic. Now we will see where this material selection is useful. The choice of material should allow all part specifications to be made while minimizing the cost of realizing the product. So this indicated that two formation patterns would need to be elaborated. One is compatibility of a given piece of raw material with the specification of finished parts, and an expression used to model the total cost of the part. So there are two information patterns would need to be elaborated. What are these two important patterns? The compatibility of given piece of raw material with specifications of finished part. The second, the expression used to model the total cost of part. So if these two patterns are combined into form of quotient, as shown in below, it can be seen that maximizing the numerator while minimizing the denominator will yield a maximized quotient, and this quotient can serve as figure of merit. Figure of merit. See, you are not a proper only doing something. So you are engineer. So you should apply your analytical knowledge, some statistics to your purchase or material selection, so that the optimum solution you can get, maximize your profit. So maximized quotient is required. Okay. So figure of merit. What is figure of merit? Figure of merit is fulfillment of product specification divided by cost of product realization. Cost of product realization. We'll see some examples so that you can easily understand later on. Because it will be difficult or impossible to reduce the numerator to a single number in most instances, it will be necessary to examine the separate aspects of the product. So, separate aspects of the product requirement and compile the multifaceted numerators. So, for example, a part specification will often include requirement of shape, material content, conditions, size tolerances, surface finish, and so on. So each aspect of specification can then be examined separately to establish the degree to which the product specification has been made. So denominator will typically represent the sum of number of cost factor, including those outlined in the section that is cost pattern, as well as the cost of subsequent processing requirement. It may be more appropriate than to refer to the quotient as a function of merit in order to reflect its potential complexity and lack of inherent homogeneity. So more realistic quotient then might have following appearance. So it is not much realistic. Now more realistic approach. So first is shape confirmation, material confirmation, dimensional confirmation, and surface confirmation divided by material acquisition, subsequent process acquisition, and shape dimensions, etc. acquisitions. So the ratio of these two gives you function of merit. Function of merit. For example, you want to purchase something, but at what cost? ओके, दॅट इज इम्पॉर्टंट. एखादी गोष्ट तुम्हाला मिळत आहे, 100 रुपयाला मिळते का 1000 रुपयाला मिळते, सेम क्वालिटी आहे, पण कितीला पडते. सो दॅट इज फंक्शन ऑफ मेरिट. म्हणजे मी आता मार्क्स घेणार आहे 60% मार्क्स, 60%, 80% मार्क्स घेणार आहे, पण किती वेळ अभ्यास करू. एक मुलगा वर्षभर अभ्यास करतो 10 तास, आणि एक मुलगा महिनाभर अभ्यास करतो 2 तास, आणि दोघांनाही 60% आणि ह्याला 55% पडतात. मग कोणाचं फंक्शन ऑफ मेरिट जास्त आहे. सो ॲट वॉट कॉस्ट, दिस इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. सो मटेरियल ॲक्विजिशन कॉस्ट. सो सिमिलरली you can find out the function of merit. A search through the entire list of material stocked using this test with reference to a particular part in order to select optimum material would clearly be a lengthy, tedious, frustrating, costly, and generally unsatisfactory process. So it would be beneficial to rapidly narrow the options to few good candidates, then systematically compare these fews. आपण सगळे मटेरियल एका वेळी सगळे लिस्ट करून घेतले तर तुम्हाला खूप कॉम्प्लेक्स होणार आहे. त्यामुळे सिम्प्लिफाय करून तुमच्यासमोर 3-4 चांगले पर्याय ठेवा. सो यू चूज 3 or 4 and you choose about this. So at this juncture it is possible to introduce heuristic or rule of thumb approach which will help to quickly narrow the search of optimal solution. To do this, it is possible to employ some general observations. सेम कंडिशन आपण तुम्ही जेव्हा 10वी किंवा 12वी झाला असाल तेव्हा मी काय घ्यावं, तुमच्यासमोर भरपूर काही मुलांसमोर 100 कोर्सेस असतील की बाबा मी मेडिकलला जावं, मी BSc करावं का, मी BE करावं का, मी अजून दुसरं कुठला कोर्स करावा. अजून कोणते ऑप्शन करावे, मग त्यातलं तुम्ही इंजिनिअरिंग, त्यातनं तुम्ही मेकॅनिकल इंजिनिअरिंग. सो जस्ट यू सिलेक्टेड. ओके, so this is important. So rapidly narrow the option to few good candidates and then systematically compare these views. So it is important. ह्या 100 कोर्समधून तुम्ही 4 कोर्समध्ये आला, इंजिनिअरिंगचे 5 कोर्स आणि त्यातनं एक निवडलात. सो दिस इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. सो टू डू दिस it is possible to employ some general observations. So step 1 of the search will involve matching closely as possible the material of the part and the composition of material stock. Since there is usually very little or no scope for alteration of the material composition, an excellent match is usually required. Second of the search will typically involve selecting a form and size of the material stock that is important, that is most compatible with the product. Since the most of the material costs are relatively modest when compared to the cost of processing in the workshop, the situations can easily arise wherein even relatively large increase in the cost of starting material might result in subsequently decreased cost of the finished product by drastically reducing the processing component of total cost. So this is very important. You have to follow this too. So we'll see one example. So from the casual scan of 2 quotients shown below, it should be apparent that the second example appears to be better choice than first choice. So in first, 50% shape, 100% material, 25% dimension and 0% surface, and the cost per is this much. Whereas in second example, 90% shape, 100% material, means whatever you require it is satisfying. 100% material, 90% dimension and 75% surface, and the cost is 30, 10, 5 and 25. So the numerator is less, so denominator is more. So the second option is better. Okay, the above example demonstrates that threefold increase in material cost still allows the total cost to be reduced by more than one half. So the two-step process outlined above then can be reduced to the following rule of thumb, that is, choose a raw material that requires minimum processing to achieve the product specification. Since it should be apparent that it is necessary to project the sequence of processes need to convert the starting material into finished part before the merit function can be developed. The use of heuristic approach allows some initial options to be selected without requiring detailed elaboration of merit functions, thereby reducing the cost of the decision process. Okay, this is about application of material selection. We discussed the function of merits. Then heuristic of approach we discussed in today's lecture. You watch this video again and again. You try to understand the concept. I have explained with one example. Okay, so you go thoroughly with this example. In next lecture we'll see the other considerations in material selection. If you have any doubt, you can ask in doubt clarification session. Thank you very much. In next session we'll see other factors for selecting materials. Thank you very much.